Hey guys, I'm Kristen, and this is my turning point video from my Mastery Personal Development and Leadership class. A little about me: I am a stay-at-home mom who has graduated back in February of 2018 from Full Sail University with my BFA in Creative Writing. I'm back here now at Full Sail working towards my MFA in Creative Writing and furthering my journey in developing mastery in the writing field. I have gained great insight thanks to the strategies of finding your life's task found in the textbook Mastery by Robert Greene, and I'm here to discuss these strategies. The first is returning to your origin, or the primal inclination strategy. This strategy is one that is the most relevant while providing the most insight for me and realization of my life's task. Robert Greene states that in order for to master a field, you must love the subject and feel a profound connection to it. In other words, something that has resonated with you due to a childhood attraction to the subject itself, a mentor in the field, or even something as simple as an activity. The insight of this strategy is to reconnect the signals that we have lost touch with over the years and to relight the spark of attraction to indicate the path to your life's task. For me, this strategy provides my turning point stage and made it clear that I'm on the right path in working towards my life's task as a writer, as I've always had a deep connection to fiction and the different worlds and characters in them. As a child, long before the internet, I used to spend my free time thinking about how I would have changed certain outcomes and endings to my favorite shows or storybooks. I'd play different scenarios out in my head and eventually have an original episode or story using the characters of whatever show or book I was playing with. It wasn't until I got older and became a frequent user of the internet that I discovered that my little game was a little thing called fan fiction. That's when I realized I wanted to be a writer and create my own characters in a world I created and to have them do my bidding. The second theory is the occupy the perfect niche, or the Darwinian strategy. This strategy requires a lot of patience and strategy, where you choose a field that roughly corresponds to your interests and you go one of two ways. The first is the Ramachandran path, or where you look for side paths that attract you to continue to move through the different paths until you find an unoccupied niche specific to you. Or the Masuoka path, where you master the first field and then look for other subjects or skills to master and eventually create a new field, and this works well in today's society. The insight of this strategy is to find a generalized subject and evolve it into something that isn't full of competition or politicking and end up revolutionizing it to fit to yourself and your work. The third strategy is avoiding the false path, or the rebellion strategy. Robert Greene defines a false path as something we are attracted to for the wrong reasons. Avoiding the false path isn't easy, as it will be tempting with promise of money and fame. Greene also states that the need to please our parents could and also might as well be a false path, where they steer us towards a path we don't want out of care or concern, but covering the real reason, which is that they are actually jealous of our individual talents. To avoid the false path, you need to take a two-step strategy. The first is realizing it as soon as possible that you have chose a career for the wrong reason, and then actively rebel against those forces that have pushed you away from your true path. The insight of this theory is to don't fall for promises of money or fame, and stick with what you love. No one can tell you what you can do with your life, only you can do that. The fourth theory is letting go of the past, or the adaptation strategy. Everyone knows that change is inevitable, especially in today's ever-changing society with new technology. It's up to you to foresee changes going on in your profession and to adapt your life's task to fit it. Holding on to past ways of doing things will ensure you will fall behind and suffer. The insight of this strategy is to be flexible, and it's important to adapt not only yourself but your life's task to fit into the ever-changing world we live in. The final theory is finding your way back, or the life or death strategy. Greene compares deviating from your path as being assailed with varieties of hidden pain, but because deviating from the path does not comply with something deep within you, you will lose interest, and eventually the lure of money or prosperity will not come easily. The road to mastery requires patience, and you need to keep focus on the end result, which is your life's task. The insight of this strategy is that success comes to those who do not focus on goals, but rather focus on fulfilling their life's task. As I stated earlier, it is my dream to become a writer across the different mediums in the writing field, and I have two personal goals that I can achieve from them in the next 3 weeks to help support this dream. One will be working with my weaknesses and turning them into strengths, while the other is furthering myself on my path by completing a few ideas that are currently in the works to be submitted for publication into literary magazines and/or writing contests. Well, I hope you enjoyed my turning point video and listening to me talk about myself. Thanks for watching.